There goes the red light on the camera. Oh man, I don't feel like doing anything. But you know, you just gotta battle on with it. Just try to keep the ball rolling. You know, I'm trying to start a business here, but I'm an army of one. But it's alright. I kind of like it like that because I can do what I want when I want, and I just don't care. Luckily, I'm just getting the bills paid. You know, I'm not getting rich whatsoever. And I got some really great customers. And over the last year, last few years, I've had some really doozies. I mean, like winners, man. Come over here, tell me some of the craziest stuff. Got this 1956, I think is what I looked up. 5.5 horsepower Johnson Seahorse. It's got the 3-position connector dealy bob. You know, you normally have like just a hose. This has got 2 hoses. So you got your fuel, and then I replaced this hose back up in here, and one of them's air, one of them's fuel. So if you look at the tank over here, you got this kind of connector. See how that hose was splitting? So I got some new hose right here, and if you look at this, we got this little button that if you push, you get fuel coming out. So see right there? Anyway, it's coming out here over here. And then anyway, if you look here, it says air fuel. So there's anyway, but they had the wrong fuel line, so they had, I don't know what this is. That's smaller than 3/16. So I measured it, and it was 0.17. So that'd be the diameter here. So I found some 3/16. I think that'll work. Yeah, it looks like the right size. And so I got 8 foot of it. And this was 3 feet, so I'm doing 4 feet. So you got to get 8 feet. Just, I guess, measure them out, cut them in half. I got some tie wraps that are like curved. They're not your normal tie wraps. I'm going to put on these and make them look good. You could use like those little hose clamps. Just, you know, make sure you're right when you first do it. Under here, since ours is working, you can still get the gaskets for these, right? So they got these screws. I guess there's what, 8 of them. You do that, there's a gasket, and then there's like right here, there's these 2. I don't think these do anything, or they may hold the check valves in. I don't know, I have to look at the diagram. But you got 4 on the handle, and but there's a, you know, there's a diaphragm underneath there with the spring, and you're just pumping. I guess once you get it into the bowl, then the air is drawing the fuel up to the motor. Sorry. Pretty early on, very crude design, but it works. Until your pump quits working, but I mean, that's just like a fuel pump. I think it's kind of a cool design. The only problem is you got something extra now. Obviously, the tank on the outside looks really bad. All the emblems are gone. You know, it is original, which is kind of cool. You might clear coat it. That'd be cool. Just put a spray of polyurethane or something on the outside. You can barely read it, but it does say Evinrude. Huh. It's very interesting. But yeah, I cleaned it out. I put a gallon of gas in it. I was thinking maybe wash that out. Once that's washed out, then I don't know. You're just gonna have to keep running it. But we got spark. So the big thing was we just needed to make some line here. You know, the right line. And oh yeah, so like on this 5.5 horsepower, I'll pop the lid real quick just since I'm talking about it. See if I can do it one hand. It's like a little fiberglass deal. The only thing you gotta worry about is just don't damage your little pull choke. Needs lubed up. That's your pull choke. But anyway, I replaced this line, and then you have the old style. I've got it laying in here. This is just the glass. I cleaned it out. Might put it back in. I think I will. I'm gonna put it back in. But this line looks kind of original. Has these type of hose, and it goes down. It goes over the carburetor, and then this is your end line. And this doesn't have any arrows except for, oh yeah, it does. It has an arrow in, and this is going out to the carburetor. So, you know, I let it cycle through there a couple times just to make sure I wasn't getting any debris, but we want to monitor it. Anyway, I'm gonna put that back on, and like I said, it's got spark. Now this takes J6Cs. Look that up. I'm going to put your champion plug in there because that's what's going to give you your best chance, and we'll see. We probably got to clean a carburetor, you know, but I don't know. Who knows, man? It might be alright. They might have ran it out of fuel and it's just fine because they didn't know how to hook up the fuel right. Because that was the thing, man. They had this crazy, sorry to spin you guys around, but that piece of line was what was on it. Man, look at that. It's terrible. Okay, so this is what I'm doing today. I got Ed coming and picking up his boat this morning. If I do carb jobs, like, you know, I use that mean green and I throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner. Well, when I'm done, I usually dump it into a bucket, and then that bucket I pour into my pump up sprayer, and I just hose down your boat. And then I've got a brush somewhere. I don't know where it is. I might have put it up. But I have this brush. It's like a telescoping brush, and I can brush it down. And I can at least, it's way better condition than when you brought it over. But right now he has a bunch of debris that's like in his boat. You know, it's like, man, it's like, let's throw this away. Been over here digging this out because I gotta jack my shed up in the air. So I got a lot of it done, but it's gonna have to go deeper. But yeah, I got the switch boxes in for this guy. It's kind of a sort of rainy. It's trying to rain, whatever. Yeah, I was over here digging out this side. So I guess this is good for one day's work. I'm going to have to dig it a lot more, and I'm going to have to raise it up. And I don't know. You can see where it's sagging. It's just, you know, the guy that... I should have poured the floor. But I was poor. I didn't have the money. So I opted instead to, you know, just put it on some 6x6s or 8x8s? I can't remember. 6x6s? I can't remember. Anyway, and then we just put a regular floor. Yeah, because I didn't really care about having to move anything in and out. It's pretty sturdy, and I got a lot of weight on this guy. But I think what I have to do is cut a little access hole where I can dig underneath it and get a jack. And do the same thing over here. Or, I'm not sure yet. I haven't figured this out yet. Or I may continue to dig, because right here I want to put an electrical box. So I could dig here, I'm thinking, and then I just have to dig down where I can get a jack out there outside and jack it up. And then I'm going to put another jack back there, and then maybe a jack in the middle and a jack on the end. And I'll just use some bottle jacks. And then I'm going to have to build some kind of foundation in the front, because everything likes to settle this way. What I'm going to do here is do this design as a concrete form, and then I'm gonna have to set it. I think I'm gonna put it on blocks. I'm gonna make a concrete form and fill this in with rock, and have 4-inch slab or a 5-inch slab here, and just concrete this all the way inside the door, because if not, the water type wants to go that way, wants to run inside. I think this is the problem. So I'm gonna have to take this front, and the guy that helped build this, I didn't know what I was doing. We built the floor, right? He told me what to order. Like, he told me, and I ordered it. I ordered it, man. And because I don't know, I'm not a carpenter, you know. And the guy come in a truck, dropped it off. Remember, you know, where I got it at Home Depot or somebody like that. And he dropped it off. We built the floor, put the floor in there. It's really not got proper footers. So we're going to build some footers. The ones in the back has got proper footers. I think they're down 24 inches, something like that. It's pretty deep. So there's 3 in the back, and then there's at least 2 on the sides. And then up here up front, there was a whole bunch of rock already there. And he was lazy, and he was like, it's fine. Tennessee's built on rock. And he just like put a 6x6 there, kind of nailed it in. We poured a little quickcrete there, called it a day. Should have been proper footers. So now I got to dig this all the way out in front. Jack this thing up in the air. And try to salvage this. Oh, what I was going to say, we built the floor, and then he tells me, oh yeah, by the way, that's not pressure treated. What? I don't know what pressure treated and what isn't. I think I would know. I learned my lesson. I work on engines, not buildings. But I guess I am now. Anyway, I'm not going to film this. I'm going to put the 2 switch boxes on, because it's basically, everything's color coded. I just have to match up the color codes, do 1 switch box at a time. And then if I got enough time, I'll try to fire it up or see if we get fire. It might be tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how fast I get, because I also have to change out the rectifier. So it's going to take me a few minutes to do all that. Alright, got our new power packs on. Got the battery plugged up. Here, a remote start. See, we got fire anywhere. Got my fire checker set up over here. Well, that's not good. It's a good spark, but what do we got here? Let's see if we got anything on 1. Let's start with 1. No. Then we got 2. And what about 3? No. So then we got, what would this be? 4. And we got 5, but we don't have here. Okay, so what do we got? We got 1. No. Guess we're gonna have to verify which one's which, because when we look on the side of here, it'll tell us like fires 1, whatever. We don't have it everywhere. Yeah, so only see 3. So it's making me think. Two. What is this? 4 and 6. 2, 4, and 6 are firing. So that means 1, 3, and 5 are not. Alright, so on this Johnson, it's got this dual connector deal, right? Well, this one was leaking, of course. So what it is this brass fitting, you got to knock it out. I had a drill bit, a couple drill bits, and I pounded this thing out. And this is up in there like so. And you got this O-ring that sits down in there. And you got this. And you got this thing. It's like a plunger, and then you got the spring. So the only way to do this is pound this guy out. And let me tell you, it's not fun. I just ordered 2 O-rings. There's not really a way to pick that big of an O-ring out of there. You can't pick it out. I'll try it. So we'll have to just keep pounding this out. And the problem is, like, over here, see, this goes to your carburetor. But then there's this hose that comes out of your carburetor and goes over to this fitting. I tried putting a couple O-rings here. That didn't help. So I think the thing to do is just connect this back, and anyway, try to repair the fitting or get another fitting. Anyway, I just want to show you guys this, and it's very old. And I mean, you got a pound in order to get that dude out of there. And then, like, my drill bit was wanting to catch the side of this thing. I don't know if I'm going to win with that or not. Okay, that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, subscribing, liking the videos, commenting, all that good stuff. And, hey man, go do something. Go enjoy life. And we'll talk to you later.